Hi, I'm Lisa Gonzalez, Chief Business Officer here in the Mount Diablo Unified School District. And this week's session of Ask the CBO is a question that many of you have asked, and I don't blame you because a lot of us have played the lottery recently. So this week's session is about the lottery funds and how much we receive here in the school district. So let me start with just a little bit of history. The lottery started back as something the voters approved, Prop 37 back in 1984. And it was really designed to help generate revenue for public education in a creative way that would provide some ongoing funding streams, but not necessarily raise a brand new tax. And the legal language originally stated that 34% of all funds raised would go back to public education. However, back in 2010, the legislature jumped in and changed the allocation, raising it to 50%, meaning that 50% of all the lottery sales are intended to go back to K-12 public education. There are also some very clear rules on lottery funds. They can be only used to educate students, not for research, facilities, or any other expenses that come up that are not directly related to teaching and learning. And since the lottery began, only about 1% of all of our school district budgets in the state come from lottery funds. So let's jump into a real quick visual. This only went through the 2018 school year, but you can kind of see what this looks like over time since the lottery started. What you see on the bottom in red is the amount of money that's come to public education. So, as of a couple of years ago, it was close to $2 billion. But you can see how the revenues have been going up as well. So this is a valuable piece of information here, despite the fact that the legislature really weighed in on this. We are taking a look here at the sales revenue and what is available. Now let's talk about MDUSD for just a moment. We get two different kinds of lottery funds. Unrestricted means it comes with very few strings attached, although it's still those parameters that I explained about what lottery funds can be used for. But restricted lottery funds have very clear stipulations on what it can and cannot be spent on. So as we take a look at unrestricted lottery funds, this year we're expecting to get about $4.5 million, and our lottery funds go directly into teacher salaries and benefits. 100% of the unrestricted funds go directly into that. And for us, that's about 40 teachers if you break it down. As opposed to the restricted lottery funds, we're expecting approximately $1.7 million. And that has to be spent on textbooks. Those textbooks go along with adoptions that our board has approved. So if you're a parent and you see programs like Engage New York, math for our elementary students, or the Wonders elementary language arts, workbooks for part of our teaching programs, that would all fall under the category of textbooks. And then we also have other books there, things like library materials, additional materials for core subjects that really help with teaching and learning. On the bottom, you see materials and supplies. And really, we have many specific courses, like our career technical education programs, science, advanced placement courses. And really, they cover the DVDs, different audio materials, making sure that our materials are accessible for students with disabilities. So if there's anything that a student needs, like larger text, we tap into this budget for those. All of these funds at this point are managed by the district office. They appear in our audits every year as well. And we've not had any audit findings that have said that we have spent our lottery funds on anything other than exactly what is required. So that's it for this week. If you've got any more questions, you know where to find me. Please send those questions to cbo@md